Hey guys, welcome to Victoria Sally Yoga. Today we'll be working on yoga for increased flexibility. So grab 2 blocks and a blanket. Our first posture is going to be supported reclined butterfly. So grab those 2 blocks or 2 heavy textbooks or maybe just hardcover books. Place them on the outsides of your legs. Bring the soles of the feet together. Let the knees splay open and then lay onto your back. You can place the blocks or the book at any level that works for you. This is a really nice posture to get into the hips and the inner thighs. So you can hold this for a few minutes. Just make sure that you start at the first point where you feel sensation. And then over time, allow yourself to go a little bit deeper into this pose. To come out of this posture, you will bring your hands to the outsides of your knees and just close the legs together like a book. The next posture is half straddle, so bring one leg to the inside of your thigh and let the other leg go out to the side. You'll lift your arms up to the ceiling and then you'll start to fold forward in any amount. To help you here, you can use a block or your book to give you a little more extension and a little more length. From here, take your left hand to the outside of the right knee and then reach your right hand towards that left foot in any amount. You don't need to connect or reach the toes, but over time that may become a little more accessible. Make sure to take this on both sides. And hold your forward fold and your side stretch for anywhere from maybe like 1 to 3 minutes on each side. Our next posture is going to be a 2-for-1. We'll do runner's lunge and half split. If you have knee issues, grab your blanket and fold it underneath you. Step your right foot to the front of your mat on the outer right corner. So both of your hands are going to be inside of that right leg. You can stay on your hands or you can come down to rest onto a block, or even come down to your elbows. For half split, you'll actually pull the hips back and you'll wiggle that foot in between your hands, straightening the leg. Make sure that that front foot is flexed. And then to add an IT band stretch, you can turn that right pinky toe closer to the mat. You'll feel a little bit of a different sensation. Come back through tabletop and then do this on the other leg. Once again, remember that you do have the options to use your blocks, to simply rest on your hands, or to come down to your elbows. Make sure that you don't force your posture and you let your body ease into this over time. After this, we'll come to standing for Prasarita, which is a wide leg forward fold. So for this, take your feet to the wide edges of your mat. Your feet are parallel. Lift your arms up to the ceiling and then fold forward. You can take a halfway lift, straightening the spine. And then fold forward again, walking your hands back so that they are in line with your feet. I usually like to add a little twist to our Prasarita. So place one hand right underneath your nose and lift the other hand to the ceiling, maybe even wrapping it behind your back for a half bind. Repeat on the other side, but make sure that both of your hips are facing forward. And we have a slightly easier transition here to our modified pyramid. So turn both of your feet to face the front of your mat. You're on the ball of that back foot and your hips are in line. You'll add in some hip thrusts. You inhale with the legs straight and you exhale to bend both of your knees and lift your chest to the ceiling. Do maybe about 3 or 4 hip thrusts on each leg. And when you bend that front knee, make sure that it goes above the ankle, but try to keep it from going past the ankle. And you can use your blocks to give you a little extra support here, but make sure to take this on both sides. And finally, we'll take our pigeon pose. So meet me in down dog. Lift one leg to the ceiling and then bring it to the front of the mat, bringing your shin parallel to the front of the mat and keeping the front foot flexed. If you find that it's hard for your hips to both be on the ground, take your block and place it underneath the hip. Make sure that that back leg is straight behind you. And then you can stay on your hands or you can fold forward in any amount. This can be a bit of an intense posture. And to release, you'll come to a 3-legged dog, lifting that leg back to the sky, bending the knee, and taking some hip circles. Repeat this with the other leg. And realizing with all of these postures that one leg or one side might feel a little bit easier than the other, or it might feel a little more open. So that's okay. But again, we want to make sure that we are not forcing anything in the body. And if you find that your pigeon pose is a little too much, or if you feel like this is putting a lot of strain on the knees, we do have a little bonus option, which would be reclined pigeon. And for that, you'll simply lay on your back, pressing the soles of your feet into the floor. Cross your foot over the opposite knee. Wrap your hands behind the thigh. And then lift both of your legs to the ceiling. The most important thing here is making sure that both of your feet are flexed so that the knees are protected. And we'll take this on the opposite side. Feel free to try any combination of these postures on your own and work on them for a few minutes each day to get some increased flexibility, opening up the hips as well as releasing some tension. And comment below and let me know which is your favorite. Thanks for watching.